Texans clinch. The Texans are the AFC South champs, back-to-back seasons. Let me hear you in the chat right now. Spam champs, because that's what the Texans are right now. They are the AFC South champs for the second year in a row. The job's not finished. Will Anderson said it after the game. Job's not done. But that doesn't mean we can't celebrate this fact that the Texans are your back-to-back AFC South champs. They just booked a ticket into the dance. They will be in the playoffs this season. I know that's what we all expected. We have higher hopes for this team. I know that. But that doesn't mean I'm not proud of this team. That doesn't mean I'm not happy that the Texans have made the playoffs and they at least met the first benchmark that we need. Make the playoffs. I know we want more for this team. I know we all want things from the Texans, but the first benchmark is the fact that they needed to at least make the playoffs first. And we've done that. Now it's about what are you going to do? We're going to talk about all that in today's show around what is going on with the Texans, what the Texans need to do, and moving forward, what's going on. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Had a ton of fun doing my watch party today. Dolphins, Texans, went through it. Derek Stingley, absolute legend. I mean, this defense, legendary performance. Can't say enough about that. The offense is the offense right now. CJ Stroud saving us. Nico Collins. Thank the Lord that we have him on our team. But yeah, still happy. I'm still happy around this team. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Turn on those notifications for more Texans news and rumors all year long. So let's get into, I want to talk about one thing really quick around the AFC South playoffs and the kind of the standings as of right now. So the Texans, out of all the division leaders, they are fourth. So they would play the fifth seed in the wild card round if the season was over right now, right? So going into this weekend, it was Chiefs 1, which they beat Cleveland. They're still 1. The Bills, they were 2. Steelers 3, obviously playing the Lions and Eagles respectively. And I don't even have my phone right now on me. They're playing right now. They were 2 and 3. The Ravens, obviously, they beat the Giants earlier. The Chargers going up against Tampa Bay, they were at the 6th spot, and the Broncos, they were at the 7th spot, and they beat the Colts to help the Texans ultimately win the AFC South. So I want to talk to about those teams the Texans might face in the first round and who we might match up better against and who I kind of wouldn't want to face in round 1. I'll break all that down in just a moment, but got to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of today's show. That's PrizePicks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app out there with over 5 million active members. Get started today over on PrizePicks. They're making your holidays bigger and brighter over on PrizePicks with Picksmas. I know I celebrate Hanukkah, but we also celebrate Picksmas over on PrizePicks. They're giving away 2 free picks in the month of December and over $30 million in rewards during the month of December during Picksmas. So get started today. Download the app. Use code CLNS. $50 instantly when you play $5. Code CLNS on PrizePicks. $50 instantly when you play $5. Don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. Get started today with PrizePicks. So looking over those teams in the AFC of who I would want to face, who I wouldn't want to face. Obviously, you're looking at the 4 seed, maybe the 3 seed, depending on what happens with the Steelers and Ravens. But I mean, if I'm the Texans, I really badly do not want to face the Ravens. I think, round 1, that's who we lost to last year in the playoffs in the divisional round. I would rather not face the Ravens in round 1. I mean, the plus side is it'll be a home game for the Texans, so whoever they face, it'll be a home game. But I mean, I would much rather face the Steelers. Hopefully, depending on who wins that AFC North division, the Steelers or the Ravens, depends on who's going to be in the wild card spot. But between those two, I think I'd rather face the Steelers than the Ravens. And then you look at the other teams, you have the Chargers and Broncos. I mean, I feel more comfortable personally going up against the Chargers, probably. The Broncos have a strong defense. They have a good offensive line. I would feel more comfortable going up against the Chargers or the Steelers rather than the Ravens or the Broncos. That's me. Let me know down in the comment section, though, who would you not want to face between the teams that are mentioned? You know, the Steelers, Ravens, Chargers, Broncos. That looks like it's going to be the teams that make the playoffs this year. It just depends on where they end up. Let me know, out of those 4 teams, Ravens, Chargers, Broncos, Steelers, who would you not want to face in the playoffs? Let me know down in the comments section, because I think I wouldn't want to face the Ravens. I don't think I'd want to face the Broncos, even though going into this week, they were the 7th seed. And honestly, the Bills or, you know, whoever ends up being the 2 seed, I don't think they'll be able to dethrone the Chiefs, you know, 14-1 or 13-1 now. Now they're 14-1. Maybe 13. I don't know. I'm getting stuck in my head. But either way, I don't think the Chiefs are going to be able to, you know, even with the Patrick Mahomes injury, I think they've still got too much of a lead unless they lose all 3 of their games. I'm trying to do the math in my head. I had a long day. Just wanted to get on and talk some Texans football, but also kind of just looking over this playoff bracket, which we'll do a ton for the rest of this week. We'll talk about the Texans, talk about the future. And I mean, we already saw it. I saw it on Twitter from one of my guys, Landry Locker, who I follow on Twitter. He does a lot of Texans content too. He was talking about, do you potentially look at resting guys for the Chiefs or Ravens game because you've already clinched a spot and you don't want to, you know, maybe tip your hand, or you don't want to get any guys injured? Because I don't know if the Texans can climb. I mean, they can climb up to, I guess, the 3rd spot, or, you know, maybe 2. I don't know. I don't know what would need to happen for them to climb up. So I don't know if it's worth it yet to rest players. And I'm more of the play guys unless they're really injured, because if you rest a bunch of guys, you don't want them coming cold into that next, you know, playoff game, next game they play, if they're off a week or 2, you know. I'm more of team play players than rest players, rest over rust debate. But we'll get into all that this week. Make sure you hit that sub button. I just wanted to make a quick video. Once again, shout out Texans, AFC South champs. Absolutely love it. Let's freaking go. Houston, we are so back.